Hey there, welcome back. We're here with Caleb from Foster Financial right now, chatting all about retirement plans, but something a little different when it comes to retirement plans. So what is that, Caleb, we're chatting about?
Yeah, so we're going to kind of continue the conversation of Secure Act 2.0, just because there's so many big changes that have occurred. And the one we want to touch on today is about a retirement plan lost and found. So it's actually a little more common than you might realize that people will have these delinquent 401ks that, you know, maybe they worked at a company for a year, 2 years, 20 years ago, contributed to a 401k, or maybe just their employer contributed to the 401k and they completely forgot about it, or maybe even never knew about it. And so there's going to be a website that will be created within the next 2 years, is kind of the timeline, that people will be able to type in their information, type in information about their employer, themselves, and see if they have any retirement plans that maybe they forgot about.
How common is this?
So I think it is a little more common than you might think. One of the pieces that sort of plays into this is, I guess I'll kind of put you on the spot a little bit here, but guess the average number of jobs that somebody typically holds over the course of their lifetime.
Well, I'm only 25 and I've had probably feels like 15, so no, I'm not sure. What is it?
So it's right between 12 and 13.
Okay.
And that's because, I mean, there's a lot of baby boomers that are kind of bringing the average down there. They're used to kind of sticking it out, get the pension, the gold watch, the full retirement. But then there's the millennials on the other side that between 18 and 30 on average hold 8 different jobs. And so it starts to become a little more, I guess, reasonable why somebody might forget about a 401k that they had.
Okay.
And so there will be this website that you can look up, put in your information, and see if you have any outside 401ks that you forgot about. But I think this kind of plays into maybe a broader conversation of a lot of the times that people come in for a financial plan, they're kind of in the same boat where they say, hey, here's, you know, a stack of statements. I think I have, you know, 4 401ks, but I'm not 100% sure. And so, you know, we call on each of them, talk to the different plan sponsors, identify, you know, how these accounts are invested and how best to serve the client. So, you know, if people are sitting at home and they think, hey, I really would love to look up my information on this website, it might mean, and I'll be careful suggesting this, but it's possible that you might not be as organized as you would like to be for your financial plan. Because you should really know where all your assets are at and how they should be invested to best serve you.
And I think that's an interesting question that it might be fun to ask maybe your parents, your grandparents. How many jobs did you have between this time and this time? Because I think it'll start maybe some conversations and then we can find some of those documents over time, you know. But that's really interesting that some people, they have a lot of jobs and often things do get lost. And so it's that simple. And Caleb, I ask every week, but it's so important. At Foster Financial, you will sit down with everyone and say, you know, this is where we're going to start and this is where we hope to be within the next few months. Right?
Yeah, certainly. Okay. So, I mean, typically what we do is we make sure we have a full financial plan for somebody before we even start managing their assets, because we want to really do the due diligence behind everything and be very confident in the recommendations that we give. And so that involves, you know, hours of work in terms of creating this financial plan to make sure we're serving the client to the best of our ability. Yeah,
and I always mention every week too, but there is a complimentary consultation too. So that's just to sit down and for free without even, of course, costing you any money, just to be able to talk and ask those questions that sometimes you just need to ask. So thank you, Caleb, for being here. Appreciate it. And if you have any financial questions yourself, once again, Heather Foster and Caleb are there to answer those, and there is a complimentary consultation today, so find that information on your screen right now.